Minecraft Live is exactly 3 weeks away now, and at that event we'll be voting on a new mob that will be added to Minecraft. Everyone knows by now that you can do this from inside the game if you're playing Bedrock. However, where would we be going to vote on Java is a really interesting question, and the answer is that you can do so either on Minecraft.net or from the Minecraft Java launcher itself. However, here's an interesting question. What happens if you vote on the Bedrock server for one thing and then try to vote for something else on the launcher? If there's 3 different ways to vote for Minecraft mobs, what happens if you vote different ways? And the answer from Corner Hard, who is a lead Minecraft Realms developer, is that every person gets 1 vote, and you can change your vote as many times as you want in the 24 hours before Minecraft Live. This is the first time that you'll be able to change your vote on what you want to vote for, which is actually pretty cool. I like the idea of doing that. I might do so myself. However, here's the interesting thing. Towards the end of the event, the votes will freeze and we'll announce them to everyone. That to me sounds a lot like, unlike last year's where we had 2 rounds of voting, there was, like tier 1, then tier 2, and then the final head-to-head. And so, yeah, it sounds as though the difference this year is either there's going to be 1 vote, or there are only going to be 2 mobs to begin with, so there's no need to go down to the head-to-head phase, which is super interesting. So yeah, if you want to change your vote, you'll be able to, and that's a good thing because, I don't know, like, be a swinging voter if you want to. However, I'd love if players could vote by donating a hard-to-get item like diamond or netherite bars, assuming these can't be duped. And obviously this is a very impractical idea. It's not going to be implemented, but there's a really interesting truth behind this from Jay Gatsby, which is that, yeah, a lot of people really would love it if voting in something as serious as a Minecraft mob vote required something more than just mindlessly clicking something. We've seen in previous years how people vote for the most interesting, glowy concept, quite literally sometimes, and then it turns out to be not that exciting in the main game. Would it be great if you had to think it over and there was some form of prepayment, if you will? And it's funny because this sort of thing is always suggested in the real world too, either have an IQ test or like a proficiency test, or have some form of payment required to get the ID for voting. However, it generally tends to be used for nefarious purposes, and so even a very good idea, have people be invested and actually smart and thinking about what they're voting for, usually ends up not being used in the best of ways. And so sadly, they won't be doing that for Minecraft. However, here's the interesting thing. A brand new update came out this week, 1.19.30, and I've had some questions asking, so what is the Java equivalent of this update? Usually every Bedrock and Java update have equivalents for each other. 1.19.3 would be the equivalent, but we've heard absolutely nothing about it. Seriously, Google search 1.19.3, and there is no equivalent update for this new Bedrock one, which just came out. Why is that? Is it coming soon? I don't know for sure, but I thought that was really interesting. I also found it interesting that my favorite feature in the update, which is when you drink a potion, it now stays in your inventory slot that you drank it from. A guy on the internet says it sounds like a cool change, but it means when you drink a potion, the bottle won't go to the stack of bottles you have. Same with bowls. You have to move it yourself instead. And it's interesting that my favorite feature from the update is actually a downside for everyone else. But I also like that Owl the Chicken goes the other way and says, yay, I can endlessly chug water bottles now. And it's true. If you sit next to a body of water, you can sit here like this, just drinking your water over and over again. And I love that about Minecraft updates. You know what else I absolutely love? It's comments like this one from Trashboat, who says, every time I listen to Toycat videos, I feel like I'm listening to Minecraft news, lol. And it's funny because a lot of this channel is quite news-based. I really am interested in hearing the latest about games I'm interested in. You might have guessed I like Minecraft by now, and so following Minecraft news is supernatural to me, and I like Q&A Saturday as the place to put all the weird news. So for this week, do you want to hear about the fact that 1.19.40 is officially in beta? That's right, there's no 1.19.3 update equivalent for Java, but 1.19.4 is already being started for Bedrock. Super interesting stuff. You know what else is super interesting? Minecraft Realms uploads got a lot faster this last week, although apparently the message is a little bit too long, as you can see from Corner Hard's tweet. And then finally, another interesting piece of news is that the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs soundtrack has been nominated for an award on the PlayStation 4, which is super interesting by itself. I think it's even more interesting. I got this comment saying it's funny that Lena Raine is a transgender furry, and I knew she was trans. I didn't know about the furry bit until I looked and I realized, oh, she's got a raccoon profile picture. But yeah, it is really interesting to me that is not the most interesting thing about them, right? That is like always the goal for actual representation, just someone who is really good at what they do, who happen to be a thing. And in fact, Lena Raine's not just really good at what she does, she's so good she's winning an award. And indeed, even though I love C418, I think it's some of the best music, I think after listening to everything in the soundtrack, I think the Lena Raine stuff is genuinely better. Usually when you replace an old artist with new ones for weird financial reasons, it doesn't work out, but I absolutely love the Caves and Cliffs soundtrack. I totally hope it does win an award, and it's pretty darn good, right? Speaking of pretty darn good, the next comment comes in from, it was actually on a video talking about the music. Valkyrie says 5k views with 1.8 million subscribers. That's gotta be rough. And it's funny because I get comments like this all the time because of having 1.8 million subscribers gained over 10 years. But like at the same time, I get comments like, Joe Not Found, you have only 1.8 million subscribers and have been making YouTube videos for over a decade. You are very underrated. Keep making content. It's funny that there's two ways to see the same coin, right? One is to say, wow, you're doing really poorly. And the other is to say, wow, you deserve to do better. You know, you can do that with basically anything in life. Like, oh my God, I got hit by a car, my life is ruined. Or, wow, I got hit by a car, I get to be in a really nice cushy hospital bed where people look after me, or whatever the heck it is. You can take basically anything in life in two ways, and it's just a fun reminder. But to answer the underlying point, yeah, having 1.8 million subscribers doesn't mean 1.8 million views in every video. A lot of people do think it translates that way, but think about it. How many people subscribed and then deleted their, or stopped using their accounts, or stopped being interested in Minecraft, or even just aren't interested in a given video? Not every person you subscribe to, you watch every video. I think the problem is that people don't see the subscriber count as like a lifetime achievement goal. They think of it as, this is how many people are interested in this thing right now, which probably works out in my favor sometimes when talking to like advertisers or something. But if you want to see like how many people are currently interested in a thing, see how many views it got in the last 30 days or something. That's the better metric that people usually use. And yeah, things are coming along pretty steadily. Thank you for asking. I think the 358-day Minecraft video maybe underperformed my expectations, but in general, I'm excited about the progress and the future of things. Maybe you should be too, or maybe you should take instead a page from Cuomo Stan's book. Minecraft soundtrack is just okay. I think the reason everyone acts like it's so great is because they find it nostalgic, not good. And honestly, this is probably true to some extent. Minecraft's soundtrack isn't the greatest by itself. It's just such a unique soundtrack that comes with such a unique game. However, could you make a perfect soundtrack to that game? Try and imagine another game's soundtrack on there. It just doesn't feel like it would be right. Just like how it doesn't quite feel right to me that the next update, 1.20, could perhaps be the Better Together update 2.0, merging Bedrock and Java. This is a suggestion from Code Odyssey, and a lot of people are saying things vaguely like this. I mean, as you know, the Better Together update is 5 years old out of this week. It doesn't feel that old, but the idea of combining multiple versions and making them play with each other and basically work the same is not anything that new. However, doing it between Java and Bedrock would be a lot harder. The only way to effectively do it would be to replace Java with, the only way they could do it for Console Edition was replacing Console Edition with the Bedrock Edition, which they could do by just giving you a new version, but there already is a Windows version of Minecraft Bedrock. If you think about it, they effectively already had the Better Together update when they released that, because now PC players can play with console players and phone players. It's just not specifically Java players. They could theoretically make an update that these two sets of servers can work with each other. However, the reason I don't think they're ever going to, besides the extreme difficulty, because you can technically overcome any difficulty, is because Minecraft Java servers are in the Wild West, whereas Minecraft Bedrock servers, if they want to be featured at least, have to pay a certain percent of their revenue over to Microsoft and to Minecraft. And so, they have one set of systems that's making them money, one set of systems that isn't. If they allow all players to play on either servers, they're just giving more of an audience to the servers where they don't take a little bit of a cut, right? And that's the financial side of it. But also, is there even a need for a Better Together update? With the effectiveness of the Geyser mod, which maybe Minecraft can make themselves, you can already play on the same server as someone from Bedrock if the Java server sets it up in the right way, or the Bedrock server does it the same. Commands are a little bit weird, and some features like salmon are not very big on one version, but when it comes to actually playing together, you can mostly patch that over, and so that's why they're never really going to do that. By the way, this next comment comes in from Robbo, and it's in response to my big Nether project. If you don't know, I'm digging this huge hole through my Nether. I'm making a massive tunnel. It's something I'm just doing in these casual live streams because I've been streaming a lot more, and that's one of the things I'm doing. And so Robbo asks, can't the fires spread to your chests and destroy them, by the way? Because I have all of my netherrack stored in these chests in this big fiery tunnel. However, here's the weird thing. Minecraft has every wood type burn, basically, even now as of this week, mangrove and wooden fence gates. However, here's the thing you might not know. For some reason, chests can burn, but they can never burn out. The same is true for crafting tables. They can catch fire, but they can't be destroyed. I assume this is for gameplay reasons. You'd feel really bummed out if your crafting table got destroyed. You wouldn't even maybe notice it. It makes more sense for planks than it doesn't for crafting tables, but either way, this means you can light these things on fire perpetually and never worry about them going away. This also means that if you want to block lava, you can use a chest or you can use a crafting table, and I think that's one of my favorite fun facts, if I can say so personally. And so yeah, for those of you who say that Q&A Saturday isn't enough about Minecraft, today you just learned a fun Minecraft tip. You also learned about Minecraft Live, which is of course happening 3 weeks now. Super excited to learn about whatever update's coming next. Honestly, the mob vote doesn't always excite me as much. Maybe when I see the concepts and I know that one is objectively better than the other and people are actually going to vote for it, then I'll be excited. But the mob vote is just a little bit of strife every year where it's like, oh, there's a really great mob we could add and people have decided on the wrong one. That's what happens basically every year, but I'm hoping democracy goes well this year. If it does, that'll be wonderful. But I'm also, I've been having a blast of Minecraft this week. I think this is like some of the most Minecraft I've played in a given week. We've played like a couple dozen hours and it's been a lot of fun. I've been streaming a lot more, and if you want to come to some of those live streams, you totally can. Also, next Thursday, I'm officially getting back to the Super Flat World because I'll be back in the UK and the world is fixed, and I'm super excited for that. But yeah, going to be an exciting week of streams. Look forward to seeing you there, or not. Either way, hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time. And I'll also see you in 3 weeks for Minecraft Live. Going to be a lot of fun. See you there. Bye.